Hello everyone. A few of you have asked for a review on the new, recent issued St George and Dragon silver bullion 1 ounce coin, which I've got one of just here. One of these two. The other one is the James Bond Bond of the 2000s, I think it is. There's a series that the Royal Mint brought out a little while back in £5 coins that covered a Bond of basically 6 decades, the 60s all the way through to the 2010s. I've also got some other bits and bobs that I've been sent over time by various donations or hunts, that sort of thing. So I thought I'd have a quick look at these as well while we're here. So the very first one up is a 1960 Greek 20 drachma. These, I can't remember how many there were. I'm going to have to call up my numbers. Let's have a quick look. 20 million of these were issued. They're 83.5% silver. So even though it's not something I would normally collect, it is silver, so it'll be certainly going into my little collection of silver coins. I do like a bit of silver, as you know. Yeah, these, if it was in slightly better condition, it is worn. I'd say this one probably worth about a tenner. Silver value, give or take, who knows. But yeah, a little bit of silver. The next one looks a little bit on the rusty side. It's 50%. And if you notice, that is George V. Something this size can only be a shilling. Yeah, I know, shillings, common enough. 1933. There were about 11.5 million of these. Now this one is all mucked up and gunky looking. Now I don't know if I've got a 1933 in my 1 shilling set. I don't think I have. So even though it's a bit on the scuzzy side, it looks like it's rust, but it's 50% silver, so who knows what's going on with the other 50%. That'll probably end up going into the collection till I can get a cleaner version. And if you know me, I do not like cleaning coins. I'd rather leave them as they are to maintain any potential value. And the other one, again, got yourself George V, and this is a 1921 half crown. Again, 50% silver. It's quite worn. It's 24 million of these initially made. Very worn. The reading's still there. The king's looking a little bit smooth. There's some toning. Don't know if it comes out on the camera there and down the bottom. Sort of a faded blue sort of look, neon blue I should say. But yeah, 1921 half crown, like I say, 50%. Value wise, if it is in better condition, you're probably talking 15 quid. I think I've seen these go for. That's probably about a tenner. But again, I don't think I've got a 1921 that's in this, should we say, jokingly good a condition. I've got a well worn one that you can barely make the date out on, so that is a certain swap for what we actually going to be needing for the collection. And the final piece, well, final but one, is the James Bond 1 ounce silver bullion lump, shall we say. Take it out. I've got clean hands, dry hands. I can't find my gloves anywhere, which is what I normally prefer to have when I'm handling this stuff. But put it up close enough, you can see that the films that came out in the early 2000s. And it's just your bog standard Charles on the front and the design on the back. Now the design itself, it's a a joint effort. It was done by Matt Dent and Christian Davis. If I can find the links from the videos, I will put the £5 coin reviews into the description, so at least you can see a little bit more about the coin, see what's going on. But overall, this is the same coin, but this time it's made out of silver. And I do believe it's limited to 100,000. All the previous versions were 100,000 as well. So if you're into your James Bond, that might be a nice little addition. And with silver constantly fluctuating, keep an eye on the market and maybe get it when it's cheap. Right, now the highlight of the video. Another Charles on the front, and St George and the Dragon on the reverse. Now this particular one, it's the third one, and I believe it marks something like the 500th anniversary of the first inclusion of St George and the Dragon, or at least St George on the back of a UK coin. So if I take that out, I'm going to try and hold it as close as I can to the camera. I will throw a picture up like I did of the James Bonds, so you can get a better idea of the detail. But there is a lot on there. Just trying to get it close without it going out of focus. There we go. Really, really nice coin. Like I say, this is the third one. I've got the other two so far. I've done videos for them. Again, I'll pop those links into the description if you're interested. But yeah, this is a really nice finish. I do like these. Even though it's only bullion, this one isn't limited. So it may be around for a little while. So if you're interested, grab one. Now, if you're in the UK, best bet, just go straight to the Royal Mint. I'm not sponsored by them, but I do like buying a lot of their stuff. But if you're outside the UK, you might have to wait probably a month or three for the second-hand market or resellers to have got hold of a supply to be able to sell them. But it is a really, really nice design. It's got the same sort of finish in the I kept calling it the moonbeams, the sun rays in the background, as we had on the previous coins. The difference on this one, it's got what do you want to call that, the motto around the edge. That is what was on the original coin, I believe 500 years ago. So that in itself is absolutely brilliant to be able to see it come back and be reused. But there you go, just a quick one for today. Handful of coins, latest silver. Like I say, if you're interested in either of these two, Royal Mint or your favourite reseller, if you can get them to get some in, get them while you can, because I think, like I say, the James Bond is limited to 100,000. That doesn't mean they're going to sell out. They will probably still be around in a year or two's time. But this one, I think, might have to be more might have to be made, because I think people will want to collect the St George and Dragon one more so, mainly because of the design. Anyway, that's it from me. Like I say, quick video, less than 10 minutes. Woo, 5 coins. If you like this one, please give it a like, leave a comment. Clicking that like button is the easiest way, the cheapest way, the freest way to actually appreciate the channel. And above all, maybe click that share button, maybe subscribe. But until the next one, folks, take care, and I'll see you then. Cheers all.